They found a dead body in the tanning bed.
Oh, I saw that.
That's why you need to clean it, because Grace Parisi's putting her bare ass on the fucking tanning.
No, they boner fucking alert. Got the nails back. Welcome back to Gossip with Grace Unfiltered, the podcast. I'm your host, Grace Duh. And of course, I have my lovely team with me, Caitlin Turner and Taylor DeLisi. Show your faces.
Hi.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Gorgeous. And today we have Taylor's beautiful roommate, Melina, here. Melina, are you excited?
I'm so excited.
As am I. Oh my gosh. Me and Melina we just learned that we have a lot in common. We are not picky eaters, and we talk a lot about pubic hair and high school books. So if you're interested, keep watching. Yay! Melina, I've been wanting to talk about this for weeks now. Mm-hmm. The Bushes are back in 2025, and I want to hear your opinion about this.
Okay, I think I have a very strong opinion about Bushes being back, and I don't think they should be back. Maybe it's like a personal preference, but I don't think they should come back. I think that's something that should have stayed. It was like big in the 80s?
I don't even know, probably.
And like, who decided that they were back?
No, because this is my problem. This is what we were talking about a couple episodes ago when people are like, oh, I need social media to define what I like. And like, not like, obviously like you use it to find like what's trending, like, but why are you gonna be like, oh, everyone on TikTok is saying like hairy cooch is back, I'm gonna do it too. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, and ultimately it's like your choice of what you want to do with that. But no, I don't think they should be back.
I'm also mad because I have spent my whole life trying to figure out ways to like never have to worry about having like a hair on my cooch again. Mm-hmm. Like, I just zapped it off permanently.
You got laser?
Yes.
And like that stays, like that doesn't.
Yeah, but you have to go for like a while. Mm-hmm. Like, I think I went for, it was at least a year. It might have been 2 years, but I like don't remember. I know that it was like right in the winter or like the beginning of junior year semester. So I guess over a year, but not 2 years.
How many times do you have to go in order for it to like be done?
Depends.
It's like 6, like a lot. But
I'm getting 12.
I was gonna say so they say like 6, but then like depending on like you, like it could be more. Yeah. They said like most people don't normally like see like full results after 6 sessions, but I have PCOS, so they were like, you are definitely not gonna be done after 6, and I was like, okay.
They were straight up with you.
It was like the literal, like, it was worth every penny. Like, it's obviously expensive. I don't care. Because if you think about it, like, if you were, like, to wax, it's like $800 for 13 sessions at European. And then if you pay that times 2, you literally just don't ever have to, like, worry about it again instead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't grow back, like, at all. Like,
no.
Yeah.
Like,
so you just spent, like, 2 years doing this, and now people are on social media are like, no, it's actually back now.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
is
like, not for me.
No.
Not for me. Also, when this is like for any part of your body with laser, but when it does grow back, it grows back as if it was like the first time like you ever had a hair.
So it's like thin.
Yeah.
That's how it is under my armpits. Yeah. I got it all done under my armpits because I got sweaty pits, so I just got it lasered off. My mom got me like a Groupon, and now it grows like peach fuzz, but
wait, that's kind of awesome.
Oh.
I shave my armpits like almost every day. Like I think that'd be like I think that would be worth it.
Like twice a week, but now I have to do it like once every 2 weeks, which is like, I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, I would rather
but like
that.
the bush, I've gotten actually like 5 or 6 sessions, and it's just like the same exact like texture still.
Really?
Yeah, like they like have to ask you before you go in, like, what's your ethnicity, and if you're like Italian or like Greek or like
level?
Hispanic, like yeah, they have to like put the strength level like higher.
Really? Oh
yeah, they asked. They asked me like before I went in for like another laser consult, like, you know, you're like blonde, like is your hair like dark? I'm like,
does the carpet match the drapes?
Yeah. And I was like, no, it does not. It does not. They had to make sure that like it would actually work, which.
Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh, like we're just gonna like zap you, and that was it.
Yeah, like. There's some places that do, like, just, like, the, like, smooth burning. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but there's also, like, the zappy one. The zappy one hurts.
This sounds like torture.
The zappy one, you get...
It's, like, cold burn.
You get, like, used to, like, the zappy one because, like, think about it. Like, if you were to wax, like, something that you've been shaving, like, it's gonna fucking hurt so bad the first time. But then, like, as you, like, keep going, it hurts less and less because it's like thinning out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you get used to
Yeah.
it, but I feel like it took me like 5 sessions before I was like not feeling like I got the wind knocked out of me at certain spots.
Compare it
I don't
to
know.
like a tattoo pain.
It's not like anything similar.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Does
like
a tattoo just kind of feel like a feeling, but then like laser like actually like it hurts. Even like because I shaved the night before, and then like stubble grows back like the next day, so it still like burns.
here's my thing about like what you're trying to say, Kate. Tattoos, like when they tattoo your like skin, the needle goes into your skin a little bit as they do it. So like, and I'll say this till the day I die, like topical pain, like anything that like, I'm trying to think of the right way to like describe what I'm saying. I would rather break my finger than like get a 3rd-degree burn on it. Like I think that internal pain hurts less than if you were like, if you had like something insane like happen to your arm versus like breaking it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I dislocated my elbow.
Oh my
But like,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, I've never gotten a tattoo or anything like that. But like, I think I have like 9 piercings, and like, I would rather get a piercing every single day than ever dislocate my elbow ever again. But I mean, I think like the internal pain is like so much worse. It hurts so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Have you ever broken a bone?
Me?
Yeah.
I broke my ankle.
Ooh, what were you doing?
I was at the trampoline place, and I literally had to. I've like fucked my ankle on multiple occasions, but me and my friends went. I think I was in like 8th grade, and we were jumping up and down. It was like, have you ever gone to like? I don't know if you guys have like Sky Zone, but it's like okay.
We had like
So-
one of the first
I had like
guys
all
on
my
Yeah.
birthday parties there. Yeah.
Yeah, so
period.
we had Sky Zone, and they had like the dodgeball pit, whatever. So
Yeah.
we're playing dodgeball, and like you know how it was like squares like of trampoline, like
Yeah.
it had like the padding, but there was like literal squares. Me and my friend were jumping on it, and I was in the air, and I came down as she was jumping, so my foot got sucked into like where she was like pressing down on the trampoline. Like, do you know what I mean? And when she went up, my foot shot out and like broke. I'm not even kidding. And I had to like they had to like stop the game and get everyone off the mats. It was so fucking embarrassing. And they were like, can you get off? And I was like, I can't walk. Like, it fucking hurts really bad. And they were like, okay, well, if you can't walk, like, we're gonna have to call an ambulance. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna roll. Like, and I literally rolled off the fucking mats and went. I think I went to the doctor like the next day because my parents were like not home. They were like they were like out to eat or something. So they were like, they didn't realize how bad I like
the
hurt
severity
myself.
of it.
So they were like, all right, we're gonna pick you up, drop you off, and go back and eat. And so I was like, okay, because like I didn't really think anything of it
Yeah,
either.
it could
but
be like a sprained
fucking-
ankle. No, it was fully broken.
It literally hurt so bad. Another time I jumped in the air and shot a field hockey ball between my legs at practice, and I landed on my ankle like this, but I didn't break it. Thank God. Our athletic trainer was like you could have like a paper cut, and he's like, you're concussed and you will not be playing
That's
for the
what
whole
mine was,
season.
yeah.
So he was like, you broke it. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like crying because it's my last season ever of playing like sports, and I'm like, whatever. Like, my coach was like, this was during Hell Week. I don't know if anyone else had like something similar, but it was like the last like week or sometimes 2 weeks of the summer. And if you played a fall sport, you would have morning practice and night practice every day.
We had that for like a month, but they were optional.
Yeah, no, like ours were like you had to go because you also needed X amount of practices in order to be eligible to play in the first game, like 11 or some shit like that. So you like, or maybe like 12, I don't know. But so you like really couldn't miss them. And so I remember my coach was like, okay, you can like pick to either like skip the morning or night practice. And I was like, all right, like I'm just gonna skip the morning. Like I'll rest for the rest of the night, rest throughout the morning, and then like 24 hours later, hopefully it'll be okay. And so I go to practice anyways, but I wasn't playing. That night we ran fucking 3 miles. I'm like, why didn't you say like we're gonna be running like the long distance stuff like at night? Like maybe you should like lay off like at that practice.
Yeah.
And I remember after she was like, how's your ankle? And I was like, you know what, it feels like much better now that like I've ran on it. I was like fucking fully lying. I was like trying not to like pass out. Oh my God. So yeah, Kate, I have broken a bone.
Wait,
But-
Melina, you said you dislocated your shoulder or elbow?
I dislocated my elbow. I still am a cheerleader now, but I was a cheerleader in high school, and
period.
I was a I was a flyer for a little bit.
Oh no, I'm scared.
And yeah, it was completely my fault. Like, my stunt group was totally fine, but I basically was just, like, coming down forward, and so I just put my hands out on the track. It was, like, 5 minutes before a game started, too. So I put my hands down on the track, and just, like, my right elbow just completely popped out.
Oh, I would die.
Yeah, no, I was, like, fully screaming. Like, it was terrible. And then I'm, like, laying on the ground. The athletic trainer isn't even there yet, so I'm, like, waiting for him, and then I had to be taken out in an ambulance.
Ugh.
And it's, like, all of my teammates are there. Every single freshman football player is there. And I'm, like, 14, so this is, like, the biggest thing in my life right now. So it was really embarrassing.
Ugh, that's the literal... I'm not even kidding. If I dislocated something, I would probably pass out immediately. Like, that shit is, like... It makes my skin crawl. I do not fucking like that. Like,
no, it was like, because you feel like the bone like on top of the other bone, because it was like, it was really gross. But when I got to the hospital, I was like really afraid of needles at the time, and I was like, I don't want an IV, like I don't want anything, just like give me like painkillers, that's fine. So they were going to do that and then try to pop it back in. And then I was like, nope, I'll take an IV. I just won't look or anything. So they gave me, I don't know why they didn't give me something different, but they ended up giving me ketamine.
Oh my God.
Like, I was like, I mean, I was 14. I had no idea what that was. But they ended up giving me like ketamine. So I wasn't fully like under, but I was like hallucinating the entire time. So I didn't feel anything at all. And I was like, I remember this part of the hallucination. My nurse had red hair, so like I associated the red hair with like Miss Frizzle's school bus. So like I automatically thought I was like with her, like we were like in an episode of that.
Oh my God! So stop.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then I woke up and they were like, it actually fell back out 5 times. So yeah, so thank God I took that IV.
Yeah. That would have been horrible.
Yeah,
I like know how
awful.
you feel. I just fell the other day. And it was like very traumatic because me and my boyfriend went to go get ice cream, and my ice cream was delicious. I was actually talking about this yesterday. It was strawberry ice cream with fudge and whipped cream, and it was so good. And we're walking. Really, it was so good. It was like the best ice cream I've ever had.
I love strawberry.
Kidding. Me too.
A lot of people don't like it.
It's my favorite.
I think it's good.
Oh, I knew I liked you. So anyways, we walk in, and it's like wet outside because it's like rain, snow, shit weather. And I walk in, and I slipped, and I landed on my like knees and like forearms because I had to save my ice cream. And everything would have been fine, but I was wearing sweatpants where like the strings were fucked up. So like it's like no string on one side and then like the longest fucking string ever on the other. And I landed right on like the like aglet. It's metal too.
Oh my God.
And I landed on my knee right on it. And it literally, like I'm touching it right now, it still hurts. I was like, and my boyfriend was like, Grace, like, and turned around. He's like, I literally just like was going to shut the door, and when I turned around, you were like, your butt was in the air, like. So I get it.
But you
like,
saved the ice cream.
I did save the ice cream.
So that's all that matters.
I did. I was like, everything's fine. I would have been fucking mad because I also would have dropped it on like the carpet. So it would have been like.
Yeah, that would have been even worse.
Like.
It would have caused a scene.
No, literally, and I would have felt bad because I got like ice cream on the carpet. So I was like.
I'll take the fall.
Yeah. I was like, but I don't even know what I was like when I fell. So I'm like, maybe I should go back into cheer. I was also a cheerleader for 24 hours.
24 hours? Do you have a story about that?
Yeah. I'll tell it really quick. But so when I was in 7th grade, my one of my best friends in middle school, she was like, I'm going to try out for cheer. And so I'm like, okay, like me too, because like you're doing it. Mm-hmm. And the cheer tryouts are like 2 days from now. So it was like a big fucking problem, like trying to get me like to this audition or like tryout, sorry. And like, because I don't know, you would like sign up and get like papers and like whatever else. So like, it was all last minute. And they were like, okay, like you have to like learn a dance for the tryout. So I'm like, okay, like show me. And it was Pump It by Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember being in my room like going like I was there like going hard. Like I had this dance like down pat. I was like, I'm gonna fucking mop the floor with these other people. Like I'm making the team. Mm-hmm. And so then it's my turn to go into the audition. They're like, okay, like we're gonna start with the tumbling portion. So like show us what you can do. I'm like, tumbling? I don't know why I didn't think that like I wouldn't have to do that, but I did a somersault and a cartwheel. And then they were like, and then after I was like shaken up because I was like, fuck, like I don't know how to like flip, like, and they were like, okay, like now the dance. I forgot the whole fucking thing. And there
It just
was
like totally caught you off guard.
like I literally was like, and then there was like varsity cheerleaders in the gym, like sitting in, just like watching. And one of them got up and started doing the dance to like help me. So I'm like looking at her going like that. I'm like that's what I look like just like mimicking like whatever she's doing, but like a second later and like not fully like doing it. And I made the fucking team. I literally was like, I walked out and I was like, there's no way. And I literally made the team, and the coach was like, Grace, can I talk to you for a second? Like, this is like when the roster was posted. I'm like, yeah. She's like, so obviously your audition, oh fuck, I don't know why I keep saying that. She's like, obviously your tryout was very bad. And I was like,
ouch. What if you didn't know that?
yeah, I was like, literally, like, what if I thought I killed that shit? I remember, like, and she was like, but your dedication, like, to being on this team is what got you a spot. I'm like, thank you. But I remember there was, like, people that have been cheering, like, their whole lives. This one girl literally fucking, like, auditioned, came out crying, and her mom, like, asked if she could have a redo. I'm like, guys, it's clearly not that deep, like, if I made the fucking team.
Did
like,
anyone get cut?
yes. And I was like, whatever, but they, we had an 8-hour camp for 4 days. So
Yeah.
it was 24 hours. And then after that, I was like,
no.
I am not a cheerleader. Like, and because all my friends were doing field hockey, and I was like, I'm fucking playing. Like, why would I not? And then I was very good at field hockey, so like it worked out.
Yeah, it
I
was
would have
worth it.
not been touching the mat if I stayed on the team. Like, and also our cheer team is like wins nationals every fucking year in Florida. So I'm like, we're like they don't want me.
Yeah.
They do not want me. I was a base.
Oh, I'm a base now.
I was a base.
Yeah. No, ever since I fell, I've been on the ground now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't come back from that.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, like mentally. No, I could not
I'd
do
be
it
too
anymore.
scared.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was.
I hit a girl in the head with my field hockey stick and concussed her.
Oh.
And I think that she was like afraid ever since. I felt so bad. She was good too on my team. I was like, I'm sorry.
It just ruined your career, my bad.
Sorry. I just like scratched the mic. Okay, but I was gonna say, like, we're in like the consensus that strawberry ice cream is like one of the best flavors. I think it's the best flavor because it's my favorite. Do you agree, or do you think it's like top 3?
I'm like probably the least picky eater like ever. So I'm like I like everything, but I would say cookies and cream is my favorite, honestly. Yeah.
I think I ate it too much like growing up, and now I'm like I don't really love it, but strawberry is my favorite. And I also am not a picky eater. Do you eat like oysters?
She's like, actually, I'm changing my mind.
I'm trying to think. I've had oysters before because those are the ones that you like shuck, right? Okay, yeah. I went to a wedding a couple years ago and I had them there. I eat mussels and like clams and everything like that too.
I love all of it. Like,
I love seafood.
crab legs are literally my favorite food. Like, ugh. It's, like, so refreshing, like, talking to someone who's not, like, a pussy. Like, because, like, people will be like, yeah, I'm, like, not picky. And I'm like, do you like seafood? And they're like, no.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
literally
like, then you,
everything.
you're not picky, but you're not, like, fun. Like, not picky.
Like, I see on TikTok, I see, like, seafood boils.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to try that so badly.
I got a Uber Eats gift card at a Secret Santa at Quinnipiac, like, 2 years ago, and I literally DoorDashed, or I Uber Eats, a seafood boil.
You can do that.
Aren't those,
Where'd
like,
you order it from?
$40?
I got it from, I don't even know where. It was somewhere in New Haven, but it was fucking good. Like, it was, like, warm. Like, it was still hot when it came to me,
Yeah, they put
too.
it in, like, a bag.
Yeah. So I was like, this is perfect. I think I did it again, like, a year later, because I was like, I know it's not going to be, like, inappropriate.
Have
Like,
y'all seen the seafood boils in Sheen bags?
what?
I've seen, like, I don't know if they're real or not, but I've seen, like, on TikTok, like, people making seafood boil and putting it in a Sheen bag.
Please don't tell me that.
I think I know what you're talking
I
about.
thought
It's
you
not
meant,
like you're ordering it.
I thought you meant you can order it off the website.
No,
Which
no,
I literally
no,
would
they
not
make it
even
and
be
put it in
surprised.
No, I wouldn't be.
Like, if they were like seafood boil $6, I'd be like, okay, I understand. And people would order it. The Sheen bag thing, that's actually not that bad of an idea.
I mean, like, you're recycling it.
Yeah.
technically.
I mean, the Sheen bags are, like, decent quality, but, like, you don't know what microplastics are
Yeah.
going to end up in that seafood.
I was
then.
gonna
No,
say,
that's
like,
true.
if I like knew that it was like clean, like I would fucking do it. It has like it has the thing that's like
yeah,
perfect.
no, that's true.
But I was gonna say, like, do you have any like things like what's a hill you would like die on, even though it's like not in the popular like belief?
Okay.
I've just been thinking about this, like, recently.
Okay, I've been seeing that, like, this is coming back recently, that, like, people are trying to bring, like, skinny jeans back, and I will never go back to that.
I agree.
Yeah, that's something that I'm like, I left that before COVID, and I don't think I ever want to wear another pair of those again. And, like, people are trying to style them and say that they're cute, but then they tuck them in the boots, and I'm like, then what was the whole point of wearing a skinny jean? Like, if you really want to bring it back, like, pair it with, like, some Air Forces or something, like a sneaker like we used to do. So I don't know. I just see people trying to bring that back, and I'm like, no, we cannot do that anymore.
I agree. I think they're so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I used to wear them. I remember wearing them in high school and always just being like,
I just like I don't. They just like squeeze you in like all the wrong ways.
yeah.
I don't feel like you gotta have like a certain body for that, and like I don't know. I just feel like it just doesn't work for me.
I was gonna say, because you got big legs. I saw your TikTok. She got muscular legs, as do I, Melina. Like, I was like, damn, like, you got big quads. So, also that, I'm like, I'm not fucking putting on skinny jeans when I'm trying to, like, up my fucking, like, quad size. I, like, didn't know what to say. But, like, no, I agree. And, like, this is, like, so I was gonna start off by saying Dave Portnoy's insane. That was, like, my one that people don't, I might not agree on. Holy fuck. But after some, like, contemplation driving here, I realized I want to, like, change what I want to say about it. Okay. So the three of us went to the city yesterday, as you may know, because you're Taylor's roommate. And I kept saying we have to go to this, like, specific pizza place. It's Artichoke Basiles or Basiles.
Something like that.
For anyone wondering.
It's a chain, multiple locations. There's some in Jersey too, actually, I found out.
Shut the fuck up,
There's
really?
there's one in like Hoboken, I think.
Lucky.
Yeah,
so,
but that's like kind of like 50 minutes from me.
I went there in the summer. Like, just, my sister was like, oh, like, it's good, go there. It's right by the Upright Citizens Brigade, which is like a comedy club in the city. And so I went there, and they have an spinach and artichoke dipped slice. And it's literally, like, crack. Like, it's so good. It's fucking huge. It's, like, crunchy. Oh, my God, it's so good. And then they have vodka squares. And that's what the two of them got. I've had it, too. They're absolutely delicious. And I was thinking, like, Dave Portnoy is fucking crazy for thinking, like, that, or, like, for saying that Connecticut has the best pizza and, like, but then it got me thinking, I'm like, who the fuck put him in charge? Like, he's just going around saying, like, oh, I like this type of pizza and, like, this is my favorite.
Yeah, and people trust that review.
And everyone's like, well, Dave Portnoy said. I'm like, well, he was never, like, I'm the voice of reason. So, like, I'm gonna, like, not slander him in that, like, aspect because it's not him, it's everyone else. So I disagree with everyone who says that Dave Portnoy fucking knows, like, the, like, pizza.
I do think he's wrong, though.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Melina, where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Okay. Yeah, so you understand, like, Connecticut pizza, I just had the best Connecticut pizza I've ever had last week. And I've been living here, like, for 4 years now. So it took me 4 years to find, and everyone's like, oh, Pepe's, Sally's. I'm like, so you have two good places, or two places you guys say are good. What about all of the other pizza places around? I think I don't even know if this is, like, a hot take, but I think Tonino's is better than
I love Tonino's.
Both of those.
Their party pies, like, they're actually so good. Like, I got one of those, like, big-ass pies from Sally's, and I'm like, why is it, like, cut so weird?
Yeah.
It's flopping all over the place, and I feel like I'm eating, like, a piece of cardboard with cheese on it.
That's what I always
bar
say.
Pizza. Sorry.
Yeah, even bar pizza.
Bar pizza's floppy, and people, like, gas it up way too much.
Like, I just get, like, I'm just hungry. Like, I want to eat before I'm going out, so I'll go to bar to get food.
That's what we do every time. We're like,
we'll just, like, you know what, we'll just get a pizza. But it's not like
it's
like,
not
it's
inedible.
not like I want the pizza, but it's like, oh, it's here, and I might as well. But, like, even, like, I got a slice from, like, Cheshire. I think it's Cheshire Pizza or something like that. Like, theirs is so good. But, no, it's, like, it's completely different than New Jersey. Honestly, even, like, what is it now? It used to be Falcon. It's Whitney Pizza now. Even, like, that, like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's really
I
not
like
that bad.
it.
Yeah, I kind of like it,
I'll
too.
order it, like, tonight if I have to.
I miss Falcon so much. I miss it.
I think the place next to Bar like the pizza place
my
next
God,
to bar
Aladdin.
is better than the
Oh my
pizza in bar.
God.
That's where
I
we went
love
on your
Aladdin.
21st.
Yeah.
But
that was
I
so
always
good.
eat it when I'm drunk, so I have to like find out
'Cause
if it's
in
actually
there,
good.
It's actually
there,
kind of good though.
It's like a party though. They like blast the music and there's
Yeah.
like crackheads dancing in there. It's so fun.
It
But,
is
like,
fun.
I would rather. We were even like talking about this. We went out. I think like last week. We were like, okay, like we're at bar already. Should we just stay here? And I think we got there at like 9. We asked like, should we just stay here and have pizza here, or should we like go to Aladdin next door and like get a
pay
slice there for
$3.
like so much cheaper and
Yeah.
actually like kind of better. But
and it's an actual size, like the actual size of a piece of pizza. Everywhere in
Yeah.
Connecticut, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I could fucking finish a whole pie myself.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? What is that about?
And they're like, it's the best pizza ever. It's like this big.
And I feel like a fat fuck because I eat like 5 slices because they're this thin. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
we got like what, like a small or large?
we got, I think, like a regular size.
Yeah, we got a
pie,
regular
and we
size.
Ate it in maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think I could have eaten the entire thing myself.
If I was like hungry enough, I would have eaten the whole thing myself in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah. Me and my roommate used to do that. We would literally split like it's just a normal size pizza. And we're like, oh my God, we're so fat. But like, it's literally not.
Yeah.
Granted, that one I had yesterday is like, it was like this fucking big.
2 plates full.
And it's so fucking good. I ate the whole fucking thing. It was so good.
That's how, like, there's a chain on the Seaside Heights boardwalk that's
Three
called
Brothers?
Three Brothers, and they have pizza slices that big, and I will eat the entire thing.
It makes me happy when it's like gigantic.
Yeah, they put it on like 3 plates. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all for me. Thank you.
Their mozzarella sticks are gas too.
Chicken bacon ranch pizza there, so good.
That's one of the best. And buffalo chicken, but I only like it from this like one place at home because nowhere else that I seem to go does it
does it
like
right.
correctly. It's so good.
I
And it's
also, like,
huge.
I love white pies too.
Yes.
Yeah, with like
Oh my
broccoli or
God.
spinach.
Yes. And it has like dollops of like
ricotta, yeah.
Oh my God. I love white slice. That's why I only used to eat that when I was younger.
Me too. I did not like tomato sauce. I was like, I kind of like tomatoes now, but like back then I was like, I refused to eat it. So I'd only eat white pies.
I liked both, but I just like heavily preferred it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, no, you have to also get me a white slice. My parents were like, okay.
I would make my parents do the same exact
yeah.
thing.
Oh
They
my
were fine.
God.
I think it's actually National Pizza Day today.
Is it really?
Someone look it up. I
Fuck.
literally think
Wait,
it is.
I'll fact check it
Someone
right now.
someone messaged me saying something about pizza because I posted the pizza and she was like, I am craving this right now. Is it National Pizza Day?
No, it's on Sunday.
Oh, it's
Oh.
literally on the Super Bowl.
Boo!
Day?
Yeah.
The Super Bowl fucking ruins everything. Like, I literally
What do you mean? What is it ruined?
National Pizza Day.
Oh my god.
And our episode was supposed to release that day, but everyone's gonna be watching the stupid fucking football game. No offense, Kate.
I'm an Eagles fan too.
We'll say they're gonna be watching the stupid Chiefs. We'll blame it
There
on
we
that.
go. There we go.
But yeah, that's making me soft. And I know you haven't. I just got soft. So Kate, do the graphic, and Melina, I want to hear your story.
Okay.
All eyes on you.
The graphic doesn't actually come
Okay.
up.
I'm like waiting for it. Okay. So like I went to I had to get my real ID done. Like, you know how it needs like the star now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my picture from my license is from when I was 17. I don't look like that anymore. And I'm like, I need to just get it changed. So I scheduled a DMV appointment like when I was home in January. And like I'm kind of scared of like confrontation with people to begin with. So like the DMV is like the bad place for me. Like cuz everybody there is just so miserable. That and the post office. I never want to go there. So like I'm waiting in line and I see the guy like just looking at people's stuff and he's already like turning people away. Like, you don't have this, you don't have that. So like I'm shitting myself just waiting for it. So he checks all my stuff and he's like, you're good. I go to another line. She checks all my stuff. She says, you're good. I'm like, all right, I got all my 6 points. I'm good. So I'm waiting there and then it's like the little booths that you get called up for your number. So I get up to the booth and I have all my stuff and I'm waiting there, big smile on my face, just like ready for her to, I don't know, talk to me like a human being. So I'm still waiting there. It's probably like, we just look at each other for like a minute. And I'm like, hi, I'm here to get a new license picture. And she just looks at me again. And she's like, are you going to give me your stuff?
Oh my god.
And I was like, I had all my hands, and she could tell like right then and there. I'm like on the verge of tears right now because I'm like, I hate it when people talk to me like that. So I have all my stuff, and I'm like, sure, I didn't know I was supposed to. So she takes all my stuff, and then she gets like called over, and then I'm just waiting there for like 5 minutes, and she's not even there anymore. So I'm like, okay, first of all, you like yell at me a little bit, and then you make me wait for you to help somebody else. But she comes over, and I think she could, like, tell I was, like, a little bit startled, because then I was, like, really soft after, because I'm like, I don't know, like, how to speak to you right now. Like, you were just rude to me. And so, like, I'm, like, really timid. I take my picture. She looks at it. She's like, oh, my gosh, you look really cute. And I'm like, okay, I know, like, I'm like, all right, I know that that's you just trying to make up for, like, you being rude. But I'm like, what was the point in you being rude and then trying to be nice to me after?
Like,
I'm like, there was no point in that, so that just, like, that kind of...
Because, like, save it. I don't give a fuck what your job is. Like, you, like, save, like, the second you walk into work, you leave it outside. Yeah. Like, no one, like, even if it was something terrible that happened to her, like, so sorry it happened to you, but what the fuck did you do to make her, like, upset?
Exactly. Like, the only time I've been to the DMV was when I was 17 on my birthday to get my license, and I was with my mom, and I had everything, and, like, I gave them all my stuff, whatever, took my picture, got my license. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do there. Yeah. Like, I'm clearly, like, young. I'm like, I don't go to the DMV every day. So, like, I don't know I'm supposed to hand you my stuff. I thought you would, like, maybe say hello, like a greeting. Like, how
can
are
I just
you?
see your documents?
Exactly.
That's all you have to fucking say.
I hate when people assume that you know what you're supposed to do when you go somewhere. I'm like, I have no idea how this works. Same thing with, like, bars, high key. Like, where's the menu? I don't know.
I'm like,
what do I do?
I'm like, I'm 22. I just became, like, a functioning member of society. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to just know exactly what to do. And, like, the DMV, everybody's just miserable there.
Yeah, and I think, I think it's safe to say with, like, the amount of people who, like, can't get jobs right now, like, if you're gonna sit at your job and be fucking miserable, it's literally fucking, like, you have audacity. Because people would kill even to have your job that you claim to hate so much. Also, if you hate your job that much, but you, like, don't want to leave because whatever, like, you're getting paid well, it has good benefits, like, any reason, why wouldn't you just come to work and try to make it, like, the best day ever every day?
And, like, I wasn't being rude. Like, I was, like, smiling at her, and I was just like, hey, like, I'm here to take a picture. Like, are you gonna take a picture of me? I don't know. Yeah. But, like, I'm like, there's no reason for her to, like, treat me like that when I'm, like, doing absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if someone's, like, if a customer's rude, like, I think all bets are off. I think you could be the biggest fucking asshole ever. Like, if someone's rude to me, I'm like, okay. Yeah. Like, now you're not getting, like, good service because you're gonna treat me like shit. But, like, exactly like you're saying. Like, you were like, hi, I'm here to take a picture. And she was like, and your papers?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I can give it to you. You can just, like, ask like a normal human being. And, like, when I used to work in retail for, like, I think, like, 3 or 4 years. And, like, when a customer was rude to me, like, I felt like, oh, I can be, like kind of rude back because I'm the one who's doing
reciprocating the energy.
Yeah,
exactly.
But when a worker is rude to me, it's like, I did nothing to you. So now I'm like, now I'm all quiet. Now I feel like I did something wrong. Because I'm like, why am I going to be rude to you back? Like, that's no reason. Like, I did nothing to you. Yeah. So.
Like, everyone's going there to get in and get out. Nobody wants to be in the DMV for more than, like, 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Like, so why don't you just make it, like, a nice, quick thing instead of fucking being miserable?
Yeah. Then she made me wait.
Yeah, people in the food and retail industries that are rude, you're dumb. You're dumb, especially food. I'll never fuck with someone who, like, is touching my food. Minus the Wendy's lemonade bitch, because that was crazy. But I literally wasn't even rude. I was literally just like, why are you yelling at me? Because, like, she was screaming at me. But, like, that's another thing. Like, I literally wasn't even being rude. I was asking for something that I wanted, and she was saying no. I'm like, okay.
Was that at the one in Hamden?
No, it was at home.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, the one in Hamden is
awful.
Awful.
They're fucking miserable.
Miserable.
They definitely spit in your food. 100%.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Like, one night, it was like, I think my mom came up to visit, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get, like, Frosties for us. Like, it'll be something cute. I go up to the drive-thru and I'm like, hi, can I have 2 Frosties? They just say, okay. And then I'm like, oh, all right. Like, no, like, pull up or, like, this is your total or anything. I get there. I get my Frosties, and I say thank you. They just give me my stuff. I pay whatever. They don't say anything. I get my stuff, and I say thank you, and that's it. There's no, like, conversation or anything. And I'm like, I'm being nothing but polite to you. The least you can do is say, like, you're welcome or, like, give me directions on what to do. Like, at least, like, I know. But, like, they're just so...
Because, like, if you drive away, there would be a reason why you weren't supposed to.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's just, like, the way the world works. That's what happened to me yesterday when we were leaving New Haven from the train station. I had to pay. And the guy just, I don't even think said a single fucking word.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you. He didn't say a word. I was like, actually, I'm not thankful. now fuck you, because I'm not grateful and thankful for you charging my card. Which I wasn't. But, like, I was being fucking nice. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's just polite.
It's just, like, be fucking happy. Like,
I know.
I don't know. I just, like, I know everyone has, like, a different life, but, like, you literally, like, I think that, like, 99.9% of people can be like, someone has it worse than me, always.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Again, I know people are like, yeah, but that doesn't invalidate. Okay, fuck. Be nice. Like,
Yeah.
if you're
Not
working,
that
be
hard.
nice. You're getting paid to do something.
Exactly.
Give your best
I'm giving
work.
you my money, and I'm the nice one here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I just want, like, my frosty.
Yeah. Like, just basic decency.
Exactly.
That's like,
I hold the door open for people all the time.
mm-hmm.
Nothing. I hold the door open for, like, a whole family the other day outside of, like, Chili's. And
It's always Chili's.
It was like a whole family, like a mom, a grandma, the 2 kids. They were like, I get they were like trying to help the kids and like trying to get them in order. I held the door open for them for like all of them walking out. Not a single word, not even like a look at me. I'm like, okay, the door, I'm invisible.
Yeah.
The door's just open. Like, you can't even say thank you for like shit like that. Like, it's, I don't know. I find it's rude.
I think it's just as rude to not say you're welcome after saying, like, someone saying thank you. Like, I think they're equally as important. Like, I said thank you. Your turn.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck?
There's supposed to be a response. Right?
Exactly. I guess I do have an I just got soft. But, like, it was my about last night. But it wasn't really like a
A duel? A 2-in-1?
like, I guess. It wasn't like a bar story, like a going out in any way type of story. But, so that's what I'm saying. It's my I just got soft. But, so, remember I was saying, I went to the Upright Citizens Brigade Comedy Club to whatever. So they have a curriculum as well where you can take classes that pertain to certain types of comedy. So I am enrolled in the sketch writing class, which you might know. I don't know if Taylor told you, but I was in Quinnipiac tonight, the sketch show. So I have experience in I have 2 years of writing experience from school.
I went to your capstone reading.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, thank you. Thank you for coming. But, so, this class is a 101 class. So, everyone is like, most people may have not even written like an actual sketch or like script like that in either a really long time, their whole lives. Like, they're involved in like improv, but not this. So, like, everyone is fairly new except for me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I just feel like an asshole. Like, I feel like everyone hates me, but I don't think it's like actually, but you know what I mean? When you're like, oh my God, everyone definitely thinks I'm like a piece of shit just because I'll be like, oh, like, yeah, I wrote this thing one time and like, I just always have like a fucking answer about like being like, yeah, I'm experienced, but like, I'm not trying to be like that. And so my first sketch, I said, I want to take this class because one reason is because you have to take it in order to take the harder ones. So I was like, okay, I'll take this one. And also, the scripts I would write at school were very, 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 very raunchy. So I'm like, I want to like learn how to not like rely on that.
Yeah.
And so I write my first one for like our homework and it was fine. It wasn't anything raunchy. It was like a normal, it's like when you say a joke and no one hears you and then someone else repeats it and gets the credit. Like that's what it was based off of. And then this week I was like, cause some people did like sex jokes and stuff. So I was like, okay, like,
yeah, it's okay.
Like we could do this. And so then I obviously like amped it up to fucking 2 million and wrote the most insane thing ever. Like that I don't think I would not have batted, like I would not bat an eye if we did it for Quinnipiac tonight. But I was like, these are like adults. Like there's only like a couple people my age in the class. And I wrote like stuff about like SpongeBob and Sandy like role play and like and like what else? Like like having bread in the bedroom like as like a sex toy and like all this shit and like me and Kate, she's with me as I'm like finishing up or like cracking up and then I like was about to upload it and I was like I can't upload it like I'm scared and she was like just do it. I was like okay I'm just gonna do it because like I just was like I'm not gonna like and then like in my class like I had like it was a sex therapist and a couple like and the sex therapist was like batshit crazy basically and like I just like saw people's faces and they were like and I had a sub like and I was just like oh my God like they don't know anything about me and they're gonna be like this girl's a fucking weirdo. So like Kate keeps being like no they liked it but I don't think they liked it.
Okay, I was maybe there. We don't know. and I heard what was going on.
Kate was doing work in the background.
Yes,
she was not.
I wasn't participating in the class, obviously.
If the UCB is watching, Kate was not. I did not bring Kate to class. She was housing me for the night, and she had to get work done.
I literally was printing stuff for gossip. Anyways, but no, I was there, and I was hearing what other people were, like, their other scripts and whatnot, and I was listening to their feedback and whatever, and it goes to her. She gets more compliments than everybody else, number one. She's getting more compliments. People are literally saying, I loved it, I loved it. People are not saying, I loved it to the other ones. Maybe there's one or two, but she got, like, at least 3 or 4. Like, someone that she didn't think that liked her was complimenting her. I'm like, girl, people were, no, it's funny. It's definitely not what they were expecting.
Yeah, they're probably just shocked.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you go from, like... You go from somebody that, like, tells a joke and, like, it gets picked up by someone else to SpongeBob and Sandy roleplay. That's a big jump.
It was like, why don't you put on a scrumptious little astronaut costume? That's what I made someone in the classroom. And I couldn't even bring myself.
Oh, my God, they're reading it out loud?
Yes, we had to. That's why it was so much worse. Like, I had to assign people to read the parts. And the therapist was I named her Sabrina in the script. And I was like, I can't make a fucking girl read this. Because there's me and another girl like around my age and then a woman whose husband is in the class. So I'm like, there is no girls in this class. So I'm like,
didn't you make the married couple read it?
Yeah, I made the married couple.
So they were the couple.
Yeah. And then I made this guy read it that like is chill, but like
he did a good job. I do admit, like the other ones I was listening to them saying it, the table read, and I was like, these people are definitely not actors. But low key, the therapist, whoever you picked to play that was a perfect choice because they were into it.
Yeah, like everyone will be like, "Can I get a volunteer for this?" I'm like, I'm casting my shit. Like, I don't know about you guys. Like,
that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Like, yeah, but like some people are like shy. I don't know. It's like,
but you gotta have the right people like read the script.
Yeah.
Because if they're not into it, then it's like that's like awkward at that point.
No, it literally ruins the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
if people don't read certain things, like even like remotely with like energy, it's just not like funny whatsoever. Mm-hmm. So like every time like I have to read for people, I always like give my all because I'm like, if it was me, like I want the same.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, like I literally can't. I'm just like reliving it. I like woke up the next day.
Flashbacks.
No, literally, I woke up the next day and I was like, class was like very interesting last night.
Did you have like anxiety without
like
drinking?
Yeah. No, because also our professor normally reads this like the stage directions, like being like, Melina stood up, like stuff that's not dialogue. Mm-hmm. And we had to read them. So I'm like literally about to like pass out. My heart's beating out of my chest. I'm like, Sabrina gets up and she's like, and you're gonna fuck each other, like whatever she's saying in it. Like I wasn't that, but like, oh my God, like I just like sounded like ashamed. Like as I was reading, I already knew. Like I can't.
It really wasn't bad, in my opinion, too. Like I said this to you before. It was more like the joke included sexual humor, but it wasn't just like gross. Like, oh my gosh, this happened. Like it wasn't in depth or anything. It was just, this couple happened to have this issue, and it was like
and
some
then this
crazy
is how to
thing.
fix it.
It was more on the characters. It was more focused on like these characters are insane and have insane issues. That's what it was.
Like yeah.
So it really wasn't that bad.
So it's like fine. Have you ever had like a moment when you were in class and you were like, I'm gonna kill myself?
God, probably.
What a question.
Yeah.
I just feel like that was like one of my most embarrassing moments of like class to date.
There was like, have you ever read Lord of the Flies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know how that story goes.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay, so it was like freshman year of high school, and we were reading it like chapter by chapter as a class. And then like my teacher could tell that like we are not into this. Who would be into that book at like 15? And so she was like, okay, we're going to act it out instead.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, this is, first of all, not a book to act out. So we do like one chapter, one class, and we act it out. Totally fine. And then the second chapter that like we get to for the next class, she like assigns people different roles to play. So there's one scene in The Lord of the Flies where they like stick like something up a guy's butt, mm-hmm. and like they say like sodomize him because that's what happens. Yeah. So I was the one who had to like, I'm like like acting this out basically, but I literally had to like say that in the middle of class, like two people as we're like all standing in a circle like reading this book. I'm like, sodomize him, but I'm like, I have no idea what that means, and people just start like laughing, and I'm like, what the hell are we talking about right now? So I mean, like it's different in your sketch class. Like people are there to act stuff out and do that, but I'm like at 15, I don't want to.
No,
do
that's like horrible.
That's horrible.
What the fuck?
So I'm like, okay, now I feel like embarrassed that like I just told like this kid across from me to stick something up this other kid's butt. I don't know.
Like
we stopped like acting it out after that. She was like, no,
it's
no
the
more.
equivalent of teachers like saying the N-word during To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, yeah.
They love to say it. They're like, it's important cultural significance. Just
And
say,
it's like the whitest teacher. Too.
yeah, just say like N-word or something. Like anything else.
Don't say it.
We like didn't read that in my school.
I had to read it twice.
I don't
once
think-
in middle
Read
school,
it.
once in high school.
I read it sophomore year, and he said everything, hard R, everything.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was a lot.
Was he white?
Oh yeah,
Oh no!
yeah, he was.
Jesus. I'm trying to think of like, I don't think we read, I don't know if we were supposed to read that shit like senior year or what, but we, COVID like wrecked it. So we had to do like a Carpe Diem themed project the entirety of the rest of the year at home
What does that mean?
to seize the day.
To seize the day. And how is that a project?
Like he was like, okay, you're gonna pick a song that like encapsulates like Carpe Diem and like its message, like a happy song, I guess. But he only let us pick from like a specific list. So obviously I picked "Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith, and I'm like writing because you have to do it by like stanza. So I'm like, the chorus keeps happening. I'm like, yet again, he does not want to miss a thing. Like every fucking time. Like, oh my God.
Don't they say the chorus like 8 times in that song?
Like, yeah.
Don't wanna miss a thing.
Like, great song, but like, fuck, we get it. Like, fucking understand. Like, Steven Tyler, like, come on. But I know, I'm like, we read Of Mice and Men.
I didn't read that.
Did you guys read that?
Yeah.
I didn't. We had like
That book's crazy, actually. I'm not
we had
gonna
different
lie.
literature like every year. Like one year was American, one year it was like
That's how mine
world,
was.
one year was British.
Oh,
Sophomore year
yeah.
was British literature. I hated it.
I
had
read
to
Beowulf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even in
Yup.
English. It was in Old English, and they're like read 5 chapters. I don't know what I'm reading. It's
Oh my
like
God.
not real English.
I read
I-
Macbeth.
I loved Beowulf. We had to do a project in the same class, like telling the story of Beowulf, but we could like choose however we wanted. So we made a movie, but like we made it all like funny. So like I was I think I was Beowulf, and I'm like,
Wait, is Beowulf a wolf? It's been a while.
He's
No,
got like
he's-
his arm ripped off, right?
He's like a monster thing,
something
right?
like that.
I think he's just like a very like
He's like a beast.
ethereal,
Yeah.
like not like non-human. Maybe he's non-human, but like like what's the word? Like a powerful man. Ugh. I didn't like that. But do you know what I mean? Like he's like he was like I don't know a word.
I need to look up a picture.
But he killed what the fuck was the monster's name?
Oh, I have no idea.
It was
was it like Grendel or something?
yes, Grendel.
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 I did not read this.
So he
I'm
killed
in the dark with this one.
he killed Grendel, and then Grendel's mom got mad, and he had to kill Grendel's
Yeah.
mom.
Beowulf is
gosh.
it's an actual guy, but he's just like huge.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like he's like magic, but like I can't think of the word right now.
I don't know.
But
They were on something else back in the day. Probably
Yeah.
like because they didn't have vaccines or something.
I read Frankenstein too.
That- yeah.
That was a crazy book.
That one was. You know, made me feel bad for him because he's just like a
I'm
baby.
like he doesn't know. He didn't ask to be brought here.
Yeah, he had to learn how to walk and talk by himself, and then he read
like,
books.
Yeah, and he like hurt people. I'm like, but he doesn't know.
I know. I'm like, oh, you're just a little baby.
But he's like huge.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I see what they did there. I like low key would. Wait, no. Did you guys read what is it called? They have a movie about it. Not like The Path. It's like about a father and son in a post-apocalyptic world.
The Giver?
No, they're like trying to migrate from something. I don't remember what happens. It starts off like in these circumstances, but the kid is like little, and the dad, their like wife died. I don't remember what happened, but like there's like cannibals. Like that's like what's going on. So they have to like migrate down south
Is
where
it
it's
the
warmer.
farm one?
No.
Animal Farm or
No.
No, that's a
It's-
show.
I read like grapes.
No, that's a book.
No,
That's a book.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's like when the animals revolt.
Yes.
Yeah, they become
that's-
communists.
That's
Right?
Yep, that's the
That's
one.
what it is.
But-
yeah.
Oh my God, what is it called?
I read like Grapes of Wrath.
No,
know.
I don't think it was like a traditional book. Hold on, I gotta look it up. Cause there's like fucked up shit that happened in that fucking.
This is the stuff that they're making us read at what age?
I
Like,
was, like,
literally just
16.
becoming a teenager.
I think I was like 13 reading Animal Farm. I'm like, I had no idea what was
that's-
going on.
I never read it, but because that was in the honors section. I eventually made it to honors, but we didn't start off in honors. But no, I was hearing about this, and I was like, we are 13, 14 years old. Why are we reading
The Road.
about that?
Sorry.
Oh, that was an option that we could have read, but we decided not to.
It was fucked up. They had like horrible things going on in it. Like they like went in the cannibal's house and found like people like in a cellar that the cannibals
gosh.
were literally fucking like cutting their arm off
Oh my
and then
God.
burning it to preserve it, like the rest of the arm so they could eat it. They had like, I don't even want to say it. It's like very fucked up.
I like can't read stuff like that. I get like queasy. I wanted to be a doctor for a while, and then I saw blood. I can't do it.
That was like me wanting to be a dentist, but then I had like a million mouth surgeries and it was the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I never was like, I was like, I'm good. I'm okay.
No, I hate the dentist.
When I was little, I used to like hold a mirror and watch them pull my teeth out. Like
my
I didn't,
God.
it wouldn't gross me out, but then like when they would do the surgeries and I would like feel them cutting in my mouth, I was like, ooh.
No, I
Not
was
for
like,
me.
I was like the worst kid in the dentist. I would scream like getting a cleaning. But it wasn't like because I hurt. I didn't like the noises. I didn't like that. Like,
Yeah, no, it's scary.
Yeah, even now, like I got 3 fillings in one session like 3 weeks ago.
God.
And I was like, can I put my AirPods in and just like listen to music? And he was like, sure. So,
That's what
it helped a lot.
My oral surgeon used to like he'd say like bring headphones and like you can play whatever you want. If you don't want to wear headphones, you can pick the music we play in the like dentist office.
Oh, that's like what
Yeah.
they do in MRIs.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
He was the
MRI's
best.
loud.
He was the best fucking guy ever. Like he was like I was like crying one time. He's like, we're not doing anything until you stop crying. Don't worry. I'm like, I'm gonna go home if like that's the case. I'm just not gonna stop crying. Horrible.
Never had to be scared of the dentist. My mom's always been my hygienist. My dentist has always been one of her bosses. So like, there was this one point when I was like 11 where she just like kept taking me to the dentist to like get all my teeth out because she wanted to get braces on me as soon as possible.
Oh my.
And then she's like, "You're getting your wisdom teeth out." I was like 15. I'm like,
I
That's
literally like
early.
I
I
got
was
mine out
early.
last year.
I was like the first of my friends to get it. Like, there's people like
My
now
sister,
getting
who's almost 30 years old, got hers last year.
I'm never getting mine out.
It really wasn't like the pain wasn't that bad. I've never been under. I mean, I've been under ketamine, but I never was under like anesthesia or anything. So I was so like anxious. Like I'm like holding the dentist
Yeah.
chairs, like squeezing it, and they're like, "You have to let go. Like you have to like ease yourself." And I'm like, I love being in control of myself. I don't like feeling like out of control. So like they're putting anesthesia under me, and I know when I wake up, I'm gonna be like with gauze in my mouth. So like I'm like, okay, like I'm just trying to relax. And then she starts like counting down, and then whenever I wake up, immediately start bawling my eyes out. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I was like so anxious from the anesthesia that like right after I started crying. They're like, okay, we're gonna put you in a room. And so, so they walk me out. They put me in a room with nobody in it but a nurse just watching me while my mom is like pulling the car around. And like most people like have like funny videos after they got their wisdom teeth out of them saying like some stupid shit. My brother was like having the time of his life. Literally, the girl who got her wisdom teeth out before me came into the office as I'm waiting there, and she's like, "Oh my god, you're gonna have so much fun. I want to do it again." And I was like, okay, like sure. No, I was completely like round, puffy, and like tears everywhere.
I mean, the texts you were sending were pretty funny. She texts the group chat and goes, "They took a part of me."
I was like, they took my teeth, and then my mom had to go get like my medication. I'm like literally sobbing in my car, like making a TikTok about it. But it was awful. Like
Yeah.
only that part though, and then the recovery process was fine.
I had to get a tooth pulled out, but they had to like cut it out because it was fused to my face. Like it was fused to my
Oh my
skull.
God.
So I was like, this is not like a normal, just like one and done, you're good. So I was like, I need to like go under because I at that point had like 6 surgeries. I'm like, I can't keep
No.
hearing them cut through my face. Like it's horrible. And so my dad's like, okay. And so I do it. First of all, it felt like I literally went like this. and I was done. Like, it was so weird. But I just remember
You wake right up, it feels like.
Yeah.
I didn't have, like, nothing funny was happening when I was, like, done. I was so pissed. Because also, mind you, they were pulling 2 teeth out. These 2. So I was, like, very upset because I was like, I'm going to look like a fucking hillbilly
people see
for
those teeth.
Yeah, for at least a week before I could put my thing in to, like, make sure it looks like I have fucking teeth there. And I remember I, like, walked out and I just, like, went like this, like, in the waiting room, like, I was like looking around, and, like, I remember them laughing at me. Like, my dad was like, come on, like, let's walk. And I was like, just wanted to, like, I was like, I'm taking everything in. Like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. But then I got home and I remember I was, like, standing in my closet and I, like, had my phone propped up and I, like took a video and I went like this and I was like, and I, like, started hysterically crying. I had to go to bed. Like, it was, like, the worst thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. But, yeah. I don't judge anyone who, like, is like, I need to go under, even if it's, like, literally for, like, a cleaning.
I used
or,
to, like, laughing gas for fillings and cleanings because I don't know, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's scary. It's your mouth. Like, fucking ow. It all hurts. But it is the fastest organ, or not organ, but, like, part of the body that heals.
Is it really?
Really? Like teeth? I thought teeth were like.
No, like, just
Irreversible.
any part of your mouth. Like, if you, like, if they put stitches in your mouth or something, like.
Oh yeah, my stitches dissolved in like 2 weeks when I got my
Yeah.
wisdoms out.
That's how mine
They took my
worked.
wisdom from me.
My sister got her front tooth knocked out at
God,
field
how?
hockey, but they got it. My coach had her baby's, like, bottle of milk, so she put it in the milk because it preserves it.
Oh my God.
And then my parents took her to, like, the wherever, and she got her real tooth put back in. I'm like, that's lit. Like,
How'd
that's
they find
so
that
lit.
out?
What?
That like baby milk preserves teeth.
Because there's a lot of calcium in milk.
Oh, need that for your teeth. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm like, the more you know.
I mean, good for a coach. Just like keep that thing on her, I guess.
No, literally, because she's a nurse, so, like, she'd be knowing that
Oh,
shit.
she
Like,
is,
if I was the coach, I'd be like, oh my god, call the police. But, Melina, I have something to tell you.
Sure.
It's bad news. Your moment of fame on Gossip with Grace has come to an end. Did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun.
Good, I did too. I feel like we're, like, very similar. Like, I'm not mad about it. You get it. So, anyways, I'm, like, about to say things that we don't do anymore. I do this every time. Anyways, we also changed our Instagram username, you guys. So make sure to hit the follow on GWG Unfiltered. That's also the TikTok. And to subscribe on YouTube or whatever you do on Spotify at Gossip with Grace. And give Spotify 5 stars. Because someone is trying to, like, tear us down. And, like, give us 1 star to, like, fuck with us. And I, like, think I know who it is. So let's not let them win. Anywho, now we are to close out with the song of the week. Can I get a drum roll from everyone, please? This week's song of the week is Material Girl by Madonna. Yay! And so, Melina, we will get sued if we use copyrighted music, so we have to perform our own rendition in order to close out. So can you join me? And can I ask the 2 blondes up at the front
The blonde corner.
to please also join? Are we ready?
Yeah.
I only
1,
know so many words.
2,
I'll try.
3. As we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl.
You know that we are living
In a material world, and I am a material girl. Good.
Yeah.
And then
so
she does a
good.
part where she's like, material. And the guy's like, living. I like. There you go.
Background